A few housekeeping, cleaning, associated other stuff notes. First and foremost, it has been brought to my attention that some people are, what was the phrase? Not sneaky sneaky. And in order to be progressing through this particular part of it, in a way that will not cause the depths of hell to fall upon your face, sneaky sneakiness is slightly required.
I can take care of that for the whole group.
Well, by that part, I am actually talking about, not going straight up to a red wizard and saying, hey, I know what you are.
Oh, so you're talking more about like
Skladba.
finesse and a silver tongue.
Perfect timing there, Sadrio.
Nice.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry, not friend.
I figured the dispatching program came back to get us revenge, so it's good to see you alive. So, in the roleplay section, you may have noticed the veiled threat that the Red Wizard put upon Skladba, trying to casually say, if you're going to be a sneaky son of a bitch and try to get information, perhaps don't show your whole hand at one time, and tell them, hey, I think you're allied with the cult, I want the cult dead. So we are going to completely and totally retcon that, and I'm going to give a casual and friendly reminder of, if you as a player are not sure exactly which way to go, but you feel that your character would have an idea, you can say, I would like to roll, and let the dice do it for you, and you can ask for me to describe the results. I am happy to do that, and we'll do so in as much character detail as we can, and so much as feed lines to you, so this way your personal inability at stealth subterfuge and not showing everything up will not get you and your friends killed.
Yes. I like that
I
idea.
appreciate the concern.
So, as it stands right now, the conversation that Skladba had with the Red Wizard in the tavern does not exist. We are at the point where Jona had just returned from Driska's. Skladba is in the tavern, and I believe that is where Qelkris and Norixius are as well, because I haven't heard otherwise.
That's fine.
Okay. Skladba, would you like to roll for the conversation?
Yes. I'm going to excuse myself for my friends. And, what should I roll as I go up to the Red Wizard?
Give me a performance, then a persuasion.
I was almost positive you were going to go there first. I was ready to click it. That's a 20 performance. And
Excellent.
19 persuasion.
Perfect. So, still keeping the persona and guise of one of the sergeants of the guard, you decide to make it known that you wish to get a bit more acquainted with the Red Wizard. Find out who he is, what he's doing there, without trying to raise any suspicion. You introduce yourself as a sergeant of the guard, and ask what brings him to these parts. He divulges through your conversation that he is a refugee from Thay. It does surprise you slightly that he gives that part up so easily. But he mentions that the current direction of the ruling class of Thay he disagrees with. And because of that, he did not feel safe in the area. He left Thay and found some allies out here that are going to help get him to a better spot in the Northland. He knows he wants to go at least to Waterdeep, but probably parts further north. He has some business associates that he would like to meet with. And despite your best efforts of subtlety, he is unwilling to divulge more. It is quite like Jamna said. He too says that he is escaping from the Red Wizards. He has not told that he is one himself.
Okay. Skladba's going to look at what he's drinking, and he's going to call over a barmaid, and he's going to say, "Can I buy you one other?"
Well, certainly, friend. You may indeed buy me another.
He tells the barmaid and gives her whatever it is she would want. I don't know what she would want. For another round for both of us.
Thank you for clarifying that, because you shouldn't just give barmaids what they want.
Yeah. I'm assuming that it's probably going to be at least 2 silver.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
A silver apiece.
I will give her 5 silver. Just because it's Skladba, right? And then I'm going to have a drink with my new friend. And I'm going to say, as the sergeant,
Oddly.
I just want to make sure, who everyone is that we are protecting as we go along.
Well, I guarantee you will get no trouble from me so long as I am in your care.
And you will get no trouble from the outside as long as you are in our care. Excuse me now, I'm going to go back with the others and enjoy my drink. Enjoy yours. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Roll an insight, please.
Well, I'm not very insightful.
Alright. You make your way back to the rest of the party. Qelkris and Norixius, would you like to do anything at this point in time?
Not get the party killed.
That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. Now, keep in mind, you did discover recently, as of a few moments ago, Jamna pointed out that there were the traps in the oatmeal. You all believe it is a little strange that these did not appear until she joined. Do with that tidbit what you will.
That conniving bitch.
I wonder why I said the things you guys trust and don't trust is confusing. Okay, Jona, you have arrived with the goods from Driska. First thing, I want to better explain the mask you got as far as how it looks. It only covers the lower part of your face, so the mouth and just under the nose, so it will not interfere with the mask you already have. That gives you the advantage of seeing.
My goggle. Okay.
Yes. You can wear them both at the same time, is what I'm getting at. Whether you wear it or not is up to you.
Can I ascertain if this mask, if the bad attributes of it can be removed?
Arcana, please.
Hey, look at that. Everything's on the same page.
So excited we got that fixed.
Yeah.
Did he actually get it fixed?
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it was everything was zoomed into 150 instead of a regular 100, so it like simplified everything.
it was user error.
As you are looking over this mask, you determine that Vriska was correct, that it does indeed cast Hideous Laughter at will. There does appear to be a slight catch, though, where it will cast it on you at the same time. That you were fully aware. But you also discover in your investigation that it's not your will currently that it's casting on. Right now it appears to be random cast when it's worn. At this point, you cannot tell one way or the other if this can be removed via a curse or not. Via remove curse or not. What you do know for certain is that it is an incredibly powerful enchantment.
Alright, I will take note of that and only use that in dire situations. And let my friends know if I ever put this mask on, you're probably going to have to carry me out of wherever we're at.
Skladba's gonna look at you and say, "What do you mean by that?"
I'll pull out the mask now that I know it's safe to handle it without wearing it. And I'll show it to everybody, and I'm like, this mask has special properties to it to where it'll pretty much immobilize an enemy at random, which kind of sucks right now. But it will also immobilize me at the same time.
And how does it immobilize?
From what I understand, I'm still kind of trying to get a grasp on the mask. I've only looked at it a couple of times, but from what I understand, if I wear this mask and this enchantment goes off randomly, it'll make whoever I'm looking at pretty much fall to the ground laughing their ass off. And in return, I would join them.
I actually had that spell at one point, didn't I?
Should still be in your spell book.
No, I think I changed it. But yes, I do know that I had it. It's like, oh,
Well, you still have it. You just ain't got it prepared.
right. Oh, so that casts Tasha's Hideous Laughter, huh?
I believe so.
Oh, that can be a debilitating spell if it's used correctly. Yeah, be careful with that one, especially if you can't aim it.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing right now is I can't aim it, and it affects me and the person I'm trying to hit with it. So,
Oh, that's
You-
disturbing.
So Qelkris is sitting in the corner smirking.
I'm going to look at my Dragonborn friend and I'm going to say, I know you don't like magic, and this is probably one of the
I love
reasons
Vriska.
why, if I'm guessing.
I just don't understand magic. It's not that I don't like it.
It's okay. I don't think I understand magic either.
and I picked something else up last night. Do we have food in front of us?
I believe so. If not, you can get it fairly quickly since you're in the inn.
Yeah, I'll do that real quickly. And while I'm in front of everybody, I will cast Purify Food and Drink in front of everybody.
Eee.
Okay, so quick question here. Um, does the bone count as poison? Is the question.
That's not entirely the question. You need to be asking about that. But technically, no. And yes, you can roll insight on that little tip if you would like more information.
Okay.
I'll let you. The question is not, does that count as poison? The question is, who's actually putting it in the food?
Well, I think we kind of have an idea. What does Skladba know about the Zentarum?
Roll history.
We knew she was out to kill this band from the get-go. That's why we almost got ambushed through the mountains.
Yep.
The Zentarum, from what you know, have a long history of being the most brutal and efficient mercenaries in Faerun. They rival the strength of many kingdoms without having a kingdom of their own. The last that was known is anyone that went along the Black Road throughout the Grey Peak Mountains would have to pay passage to the Zentarum. You also know that the Zentarum are rumored, though nothing has ever been proven, to pretty much control most of the smuggling and illegal activity throughout the Sword Coast, whether directly involving it or getting paid to help turn a blind eye. The Zentarum have their hands in almost everything.
So I'm going to relate that to them, and I'm going to say they, in the fact that they are mercenaries the way they are, they can be absolutely brutal and can find ways to subtly destroy a large group of people. We actually should be thankful to the arrogant little gnome that she showed us that. But I'm thinking that it is quite possible it's her doing, not what's his name who hired us. She's not to be trusted. We need to keep an eye on her. We need to ensure that wherever we go, she is still alive. Otherwise, the Zentarum will kill every one of us. But we do not need to trust her. Work with her, but not trust her.
I only trust 3 people that are with me.
Well, 4 if you
You
count
don't
little
trust Deacon?
I trust Skladba.
Aww.
Poor Deacon? I'm gonna cry.
I don't untrust Deacon, but I mean, he's still fucking cold.
That's fair. Okay, anything else anyone would like to do for the day? The caravan master did let you know that they were planning on leaving it the next morning.
Skladba's going to get up and play the DOS lute. if the innkeeper is amenable to it.
The innkeeper has no problem.
Oh, that's the lowest roll I've ever had on the DOS loot.
That's probably good for the fact that you're trying to still not draw too much attention that you have such instrumental bards while being a guard, mercenary guard here. So, crowd doesn't come any more than it normally would over the night. It's not a terrible performance. It's just not magically bringing everybody to you as they have in the past few times you've played.
I'm going to narrate that to say that he's purposely not doing an excellent job. He's trying to bring entertainment without anything spectacular.
Without attention,
Yes.
I'll take it.
But
Okay.
again, you know, it is Skladba and he needs music in his so.
You will end up getting 15 gold in tips.
Okay. Jeez, Skladba is like raking in the gold with that DOS loot.
He has to make up how much he's throwing it around.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, Deacon's making a profit off of you.
Deacon is also making a profit off of himself, even with his discordant notes. He's got some gold based on his performances as well.
Deacon declined to actually play today.
What's the matter, little buddy? Are you just enjoying your life right now?
Insight? He seems nervous, but he can't quite communicate as to why.
Okay. When we go up to our room, I'm going to ask him.
You will get the same response. He doesn't have the words to articulate why he feels nervous.
Okay. Right. Going to hold on just a second.
Time's up.
Okay. If I cast comprehend languages and I tell him to just tell me what he thinks in Draconic, would I be able to understand him?
You would be able to understand him, but he still would not be able to communicate it.
Okay. I'm still going to do it just because Skladba's really concerned about him. So if he can't really articulate it, then that's one thing.
Yeah,
But if it wasn't...
It's not that he doesn't know words, it's he can't explain why he's nervous.
Okay.
So he may not know words, but he can't explain it.
Okay. So I'm going to say, don't worry, little buddy. You know that the four of us are here. It'll be okay. Try to rest now, okay?
Alright. Anything that anyone else wants to do overnight?
Nope.
Alright. You all awake next morning to a member of the guard knocking on your doors, trying to get you all awake as quickly as possible.
No. Throw the door. What the hell do you want?
Forgive me, Sergeant.
I'm still asleep.
Someone wake that dragonborn up.
I answer with my great axe.
It appears that one of the guards on the that was posted at the carriages last night was killed. Caravan Master would like to see all of you down at the carriages immediately.
Was there any witnesses?
None that we've found so far.
Okay, so I'm going to get Deacon up. No, actually, I'm going to tell Deacon to just relax and stay put. And I'm going to put on my garb and head out with my companions.
I'll go down.
I'm gonna get my beauty sleep.
Oh, before I do that, I'm going to pound on Norixius's door. I'm going to say, "Get your lazy ass up, you dragonborn. Let's go."
I will slowly get out of bed and then open the doors.
Love it.
Fine.
I think we have an emergency. We need to look this up. I'm sorry to disturb you.
You are forgiven. And I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, you all get down to the carriage area, and you see that there is indeed a dead body there. You can tell by the gaping hole in his chest. He does appear to be face up on the ground. One of the guard companions is very visibly distraught, and there's a large crowd gathering in the area.
When we
Can I
look
tell
at,
what?
I'm sorry, what was that, Jonah?
Can I tell what made the hole?
Investigation, please.
Haha.
nice.
Well then, as Super Sleuth Druid of the Day comes in,
I got my magnifying glass out.
you immediately can tell that he was stabbed in the back by a short sword. You're concerned that people in your party may be to blame, or may have the blame put on them, even though none of you are directly carrying a short sword, with the exception of Beacon.
Can I offhand just kind of take a mental note of who carries a short sword other than Deacon?
A couple of the other guards carry it. Jomna and Asbara both have short swords on their hips. The caravan master as well carries a short sword in addition to the scimitar that he has. And that is all the people you've been traveling with that have had short swords. The people around, it's hard to tell what they're carrying, aside from a few of the city guard, who do not carry short sword.
Okay. Next thing I want to do is stand up and kind of take notice of the crowd and see if anybody is watching this scene unfold that seems nervous, on edge, or just unusually intent on watching us.
Give me a perception.
15.
No one stands out as a guilty appearing party. It is at this point that the distraught companion of the man who is down points his finger at Skladba and says, "You rattled in for this guy the entire time!" It appears that he is accusing Skladba of the murder.
I'm going to look at him, and then I'm going to look at the guy. Who is the guy? Do I know anything about him as I look at him?
He's just one of the guards who was living and is now dead. As of this point, you all have not really mingled much with the guards, aside from telling them to do their job and stop being stupid.
All right. I'm just going to look at the guy, and then I'm going to look down at the ground. Do I notice any footprints of that? What do I notice about the footprints around the guard?
Give me another investigation check. You notice that all the footprints appear to be fresh. It looks as almost though as the ground was swept during the night to remove any footprints, aside from the ones from the crowd that gathered around the dead body.
Okay, I'm going to keep that information after what that man just said. I'm going to keep that information to myself for now.
Can I determine when the man was killed?
Give me an investigation.
As he's doing this, I want to look for any animals close by.
So, Jona, give me a nature or survival, either one. Norixius, you do determine that it was early in the morning based on the blood pool around the body that he was killed. They are still near the carts. He has not been moved.
Okay.
Jona, you do notice there are a couple of squirrels that are in a nearby tree.
I will cast Speak with Animals. Walk over the squirrels. Say, "Excuse me, friends. Can I have a moment?"
Moment? Yeah. What do you need?
How long have you been hanging here?
This our tree? Our tree. Be here all day. All
Did
day.
Were you here last night?
Yes.
Did you happen to see what happened to this poor fellow on the ground over here? As I point to the dead body.
Oh, yeah, big claw straight through back. Very painful. Didn't live long. Big ouchies.
Could you give me a basic description of who was holding the big claw?
Hard to see. Small person.
Small person.
That fucking gnome. That arrogant little bitch. Sorry.
Question to DM, and I guess everybody in general. Squirrels can talk to squirrels. Can squirrels talk to other animals?
Squirrels can talk to anything that understands Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They do, strangely enough, know the Sylvan language. And can speak it.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that's just like most woodland creatures, like normal
No!
woodland creatures.
Squirrels are fairly unique in the animal kingdom for being able to speak and understand languages. Though it is
Then
not
I will
uncommon
try-
for animals to be able to understand each other.
All right, then I will speak to the squirrels and tell them, I'll tell you what, if you can find me proof of who did it and that it was not my companion, I will give you one item of whichever you choose. You just name it. And I'm taking that as a squirrel's not going to want a magic item or something stupid like that. He's going to want like a nut or something similar.
Squirrels want suits of armor. Hold on now. Roll a persuasion, please.
All right.
I thought I had to persuade a squirrel.
Maybe, probably not. No, not with my persuasion.
Squirrels seem to
Or
agree
some squirreling.
and scamper off to look around. While this is going on, the companion of the dead man is starting to become a bit more vocal and erratic.
Okay, I will gesture to either Qelkris or Norixius, our two scary dragonborns, and tell them to hush that man up. And I will approach the carriage master.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Uh,
Qelkris can play bad cop. I'll play good cop.
I will walk up to this man and I will say, I will kill you where you stand.
Roll intimidation, please.
That should be with advantage.
Sure.
All right.
Still not enough. He doesn't care. He doesn't believe your threat.
I'm
'Cause I still
gonna walk up next to Qelkris and tell the man, "Hey, look, there's no reason to get upset. We lose our house. It can be quite disadvantageous for us all."
Roll persuasion, please. He is hesitant, but he does listen. Brings down a little, nods. He doesn't fully believe that Skladba isn't to blame, but at least he's not screaming his head off about it anymore.
All I was looking for.
Perception, everybody.
Found the dirt. In case y'all need to know where that is.
Qelkris and Jona, you both see the Red Wizard companion, Asbara, let out a sigh of relief.
I don't like this guy, but I'll nod to him in like agreement. Yeah, that was annoying. And as I approach the carriage master, I'll be like, you called.
Well, you are the sergeant of the guards. You should be dealing with this.
I have people looking into it right now, and I should know by the end of the day who's responsible. One thing I can guarantee, it was none of my party. We were together all night last night.
Well, as much as I don't want to leave yet, if you have people looking into us and should get by the end of the day, we'll delay a day.
Okay. I'll thank him for his time and tell him he can dismiss himself, and I will take care of the army for the day.
Skladba's going to kneel down at the man, and he's going to lay a hand on his shoulder, and he is going to say a Stroth prayer of moving on over the body.
The body does not respond.
Well, no, I didn't think the body would respond. It's a Stroth thing.
But wouldn't it have been freaky if he just grabbed her hand?
I would kind of be scared, but no, it's just a Stroth thing.
And
Okay.
then I will approach the welling man and ask him, where does he get the audacity to accuse one of my companions of such a horrible thing?
He says the same thing he said in the beginning. That man has had it out for him the entire time.
How do you figure that? He hasn't even interacted with that man.
The man goes on to list a ever-changing and strange set of guard duties and rotations that do seem out of the ordinary from the entire time. Since none of you can remember when this was happening, it all appears to be that someone was getting shit mixed up this entire time on the journey. And Skladba, being a tiefling and frowned upon, is taking the brunt of the blame.
Okay, well, I will enlighten this fella. Since I was the main one that got us hired, I was the one setting shifts, so if he's got a quarrel, it's with me.
Persuasion?
I'm going to look at my friend Jona, and I'm going to say, it's okay, it's what I expect. Look at me. It's just because of who I am.
Can Skladba maybe help me with the persuasion?
I would, if the DM deems so, I would.
Alright, then the help action persuasion can go. Roll at advantage?
And there's 2.
And you are going to get a +2 on that advantage one because of the DOS loot with Skladba, so that will get you a successful persuasion. The man just shrinks down and shuffles off.
Okay, now next question. Is either of these men who I scolded for the other guy dying?
No. That man appears to be the model guard now.
Okay. No, well, the whaler, now that he's calmed down, I will dismiss him for the day and tell him he better watch himself because now he's on my radar.
He nods and continues wandering off.
I'll turn to Skladba and I'll say I don't like baseless accusations off bullshit.
I know, my friend, but I expect it. It's because, I mean, look at me. The first thing people see is devil when they look at me. I expect it.
still gives him no right.
Thank you, my friend.
Perception, please.
For whom?
Both of you, actually.
For what?
Both of you, actually. You don't notice.
13.
You said we don't notice?
You do not.
Okay.
I'll pull all our party members together and tell them how I talked to the squirrels, what they saw, they were there, and that I have them out trying to gather a piece of evidence to exonerate Skladba.
Skladba isn't even small.
Well, I'm small compared to some. Of course, maybe a squirrel can tell a small person from a tall person.
Qelkris
No,
looks
I'm-
at Qelkris
I'm gonna
looks at
flex.
Jona. Those are your people? Squirrels are your people?
I'm flexing my muscles.
Animals in general I can speak with, but yes, the people I was referring to that were looking into this are squirrels.
You better hope they come back.
Well, they live in that tree. I know where they live.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Well, until we know more answers, shall we go have some breakfast?
It sounds like a plan to me. It'll let me mull this over a little bit more.
Maybe by that time the squirrels will have something. Do you mind if I come with you when you do that?
Oh, not at all.
We go back to the inn to have some breakfast.
I will, before we leave, I will direct 2 of the other guards to get this taken care of, go to a caretaker or whatever they have to get this guy off the street and buried or whatever while we're here for the day.
Not a problem. They take care of the real live dead body and do with it as is necessary. And by that I mean they do not unceremoniously dump it in the river.
Okay. I would take great offense to that.
Yes, they ceremoniously dump it in the river. No.
That's better.
Well, it is
There-
actually better.
There's a lot of show, there's pomp, there's circumstance, there's cake. Funeral customs in Daggerford are a little bit weird, it's all good.
Okay. As we are there and walking back, because as soon as the squirrel told me a little person, I'm already thinking of Jamna. But as we're there and walking back to the inn and sitting down and eating at the inn, do I see her at all?
You see her bopping around, talking to people as she normally does.
So her demeanor hasn't changed at all.
Not in the slightest.
I guess it won it for somebody of her caliber. What about Asbara? Has he changed at all?
No, he does appear to be looking around a little bit more than previously. But not suspiciously, more just a little bit on guard. He, however, aside from the conversation with Skladba, really hasn't been talking to anyone aside from the caravan master.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, but it was just kind of, you ain't here to fuck us over type thing.
Yeah, that's about all he's talked with anyone, really.
Okay.
I'm going to. Is Deacon still in the room? Or is he down with us?
As far as you know, he is still in the room.
I'm going to go up to the room and see if Deacon is still there.
Deacon is not.
Follow the sound of the loot.
I'm going to look around. Is his stuff still there?
The additional stuff that he carried with him, as the additional supplies, his rations, that stuff, is still there. His personal weapons, his loot, they are not.
I'm going to go down and tell the rest of them that it looks like Deacon bounced.
Well, I'm sad to say this, but he would fit the description of a small person.
He was acting really weird last night, though.
At any point last night when we were together, or when I was with everybody, I guess after I left the shop, did I notice like Deacon wasn't around?
Whilst you were all awake, Deacon was with you.
I wonder if he saw what happened.
Well, if it happened early in the morning, it wouldn't have affected him last night.
Yes, the murder was committed early in the morning.
Was he awake when you woke, Skladba?
That's a question for the DM. Was he?
Deacon
I mean, I
awoke.
told him to stay there, but
Yeah, Deacon awoke the same time you did,
okay.
to the best of your knowledge.
He was sleeping, as far as I know. When I went to go check it out, I told him to stay put, and that we'd be back.
Did he go to sleep before you or after you?
Before.
So he's pretty much accounted for the whole time.
The only problem I have is that the gnome, as far as I'm aware, is the only one willing to kill everybody in the caravan.
Yeah, but
Because
see, the reason I question Deacon is I would not put it past him to defend Skladba if these men were bad-mouthing Skladba like that idiot was earlier.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to say, I'm sorry, fellas. I'm going to try to find him. I'm going to go outside and look to see if I can find his footprints and follow them if at all possible.
Is anyone else going to join him on this?
I would like to accompany him.
I want to hunt
Accompany
down
him.
Jona.
Okay. Qelkris, are you going to join with Skladba and Norixius, or are you going to join with Jona, or are you just going to chill and do your thing?
Qelkris, I think that was to you.
Yes.
What's that?
Are you going to follow with Jona? Are you going to go with Skladba and Norixius? Or are you going to do something else entirely?
I'll go with Jona.
All right. So we will start with Jona and Qelkris.
Good, I'll be right back.
All right. You don't have much trouble finding Jamna, as she's not making much of an effort to be stealthy. She's just popping around, talking to whoever she can, seeming nice, lighthearted, and jovial.
I will approach her and say, may we speak for a moment, and look for an alley that is kind of out of the way to where I know we won't be overheard.
Alright, fine.
And I will flat out look at her and be like, I'm not accusing you of anything, but I need to know because it affects my party. Were you responsible for that?
Whatever do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean, the dead body.
You really think I would be so careless as to leave a dead body and traces back to myself?
Well, right now it's not traced back to anybody. That's why I have to ask. I have to figure out who did it because right now they're thinking that my compatriot's responsible.
And you think any evidence you bring will change their minds?
That'll be up to me. You just answer the question.
Persuasion. Now I need to roll.
How much of an asshole he wants to be. Or how much of a asshole he wants Janma to be.
Look, you all seem like nice folk, so I'm gonna tell it to you straight. And she gets a nice little smirk. I guarantee none of you will be in any further trouble from this.
Insight.
By all means.
$11.
You believe that she is right, that nothing further will come against your party, but you are not sure if that was a admission or a deflection.
I'll take your word for that. And I'll walk off.
Alright. Are the two of you going to try to catch up with Skladba and Norixius, or no?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Alright. Skladba and Norixius. Perception, please. With a little bit of effort, the two of you do find a trail that is leading off into a forested area nearby.
I'm going to run that way. I'm going to follow it as fast as I can. How fast can you run, Norixius?
I can run. I can run and fly 30.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, the shoes. I was about to like, fly? Oh yeah, you got the flying shoes.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to run my full speed. I'll slow down for Norixius. But yeah, I'm going to run to follow the trail. Because I'm assuming he's probably not going to move that fast.
Not my primary.
I meant Deacon, not you.
Well, I'm still saying don't be rash.
So you follow into the woods. You do have to start slowing down because it is hard to keep the trail while you get into the woods, as he is not sticking to paths in general. Give me a survival, please.
Alright, will that be the both of us or just him?
Both. You easily keep finding the trail, but you do notice something concerning about this point. Right about here, you notice that there are some larger footprints, as well as a second set of footprints that are identical to Deacon's.
Still going to run. I'm following it.
Perception, please. All right. You do see up ahead two deacons staring at each other.
That's all I see.
Well, rocks and trees and dirt. At the moment, that's all you see.
Don't really like what I'm seeing here.
I don't either, but I'm going to face it. I'm going to run up. I'm going to say, Deacon, what's going on?
They both look at you. They both respond, "I'm Deacon!"
Why did you run away?
The left one, "No run! Chase! Chase thing!" The right one says, "Me real Deacon, me taken, not run."
I'm going to look at the two of them, and I'm going to say, take out your lute and play my favorite song that you play.
Both pull out the loot that they have. And note for note, fingering for fingering, play identical songs. Perception, please.
Oh, that sucks.
It appears as if they are doing it simultaneously. you hear something loud moving from this area. I'm on the wrong. You can't do that. Hold on. This area.
The west? Northwest, okay.
Yeah, northwest. There is some loud movement, and it sounds like it is getting closer.
Looking over, do I see it?
Give me a perception. On the one hand, you're going to be glad you did. On the other hand, you're not. Yeah, you see him.
Those ogres?
No. No, they are not.
What are they?
Roll a nature check. They're trolls.
Okay.
That is indeed 2 trolls.
I don't like this.
So before you are 2 deacons that are, as far as you can tell, identical, although they do not agree with each other. And coming towards you, albeit not quickly, are 2 trolls. What are you going to do?
Can't leave her, friend.
What was the first thing I gave you, Deacon?
They say in unison, "Gold!"
God damn you.
I got one. Which god do I worship?
They say in unison, "Not Tiamat!" Insight?
Yeah, I would like to rule this one out, but I worship all the Draconic Pantheon. But they both answered the same.
Fuck, that percentile die is not going in your favor. It has become apparent that the true trolls have seen you all. This may be your last chance to make a decision before you have to roll initiative.
I'm going to look at Norixius and I'm going to say, grab the one on the left, I'll grab the one on the right, we'll figure this out there, let's get back to town. And I'm going to go and grab Deacon, pick him up, and run away.
Athletics.
Shit, I have to do something stupid like that.
Norixius, are you going to do this as well? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, here's the problem. Could I get a perception from both of you?
Oh, there's my good roll. Be the last one of the night.
gotta... You see a third deacon bound. Thankfully, both of you failed in grabbing this.
What the fuck?
I'm not standing down.
Yeah, I'm still up here if I haven't grabbed Deacon.
They shift back into their natural forms.
I didn't click on my token.
God damn you, Kestrel.
The big giveaway should have been 2 deacons.
I thought
Would
this
have been a
was gonna
slight
be-
hint.
I thought it was gonna be like one of those clone scenarios where one of them really is the real deacon.
That would have been too easy. Where did I put that gold sheet?
Fuck.
No, don't be like that. Thank you. All right. So as you see here, we have 2 doppelgangers, 2 trolls, 1 bound deacon, and a whole lot of trouble. Rule number 1. Come on down.
I don't want you to get the cool one that mommy got for you.
And that's all he can do. Skladba.
I'm moving here, picking up Deacon, and I'm moving here. That's my movement, that's my action.
Give me a athletics, please. You pick up Deacon without a problem.
And as I'm doing that, I'm saying, "Fly, you fool!"
Yes, Gandalf.
I'm about to take a beating, aren't I?
It's altogether possible. So the first doppelganger, not too impressed with the fact that you ruined his little game. First thing he does is attempts to read your thoughts. So he is now finding the surface thoughts of you. It's not a difficulty check, it's just he can read what you're thinking as you're thinking it.
Hi, Bahamas. What are these things?
And he will take a couple swings at you. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
How about a 16?
16 is my armor class.
Okay, so you have 10 points of damage coming at you. The second one, however, comes over and actually attacks the first doppelganger. Because the first doppelganger ruined his game. And, oddly enough, does 9 total points of damage to him. Alright, Norixius. What do you do?
I will disengage and fly 30 feet into the air, directly above him.
Smart move.
Nice.
Oh, this is a lot more fun than I expected.
Seeing that, the troll is not too amused. He picks up the rock next to him and throws it.
Shit. Thank God.
It does miss. Skladba, give me a dex.
Fuck.
Y'all two are in.
Oh,
You
same
nimbly
line.
avoid the boulder as it crashes down right next to you.
Kess, you're killing me.
Not yet. Skladba.
All right. I still have Deacon. I am. Why is? Okay, it's because I have control over Deacon. I'm
Yes.
moving 40, and then I am going to take my dash action and move 40 more toward town.
All right. Troll number 2. You said you went 30 feet straight up, correct?
That is correct.
Let me double check something.
Oh,
with this
shit.
character sheet.
Bonus action, healing word to Norixius at level. Sorry, I meant to do that.
That's fine.
It gives you 6. I'm sorry, it's not full, but it gives you something.
That's a lot more than I would have had.
Oh.
And yes, I did take my mana off.
Guess who's not gonna like this? This is probably going to go poorly for the troll. But
I'm
he's going to
scared
do
because I
it.
know what you're gonna do.
Because of how he is up on the ridge, All he has to do is jump and successfully grab you. Being a large creature of about 10 feet tall.
Crap.
Well, he has to jump 10 feet forward.
Well, that's what we're checking right now. Let's see if the dice like you today.
They
Please.
don't.
Oh, no, they do not! Give me a dexterity save, please. Ooh.
No.
Ooh. Ooh. Good news, you're not getting any damage, but you are grappled, pulled to the ground. However, let me see what his save is. You hear him land with a crunch as the bone snaps out of his leg upon landing.
Gross.
So
And
he does.
immediately grabs his leg, right?
Well, because his leg broke, you are not grappled any longer, but you are on the ground. Doppelganger number 1, now seeing the trolls are here, is not a big fan of what's going on. He panics, tries to get away, realizes he doesn't have a way out, and takes a swing at Norixius again, hoping that if he swings at the Dragonborn, the trolls will leave him alone.
I wish I was wielding my shield at the moment.
Panic does ensue, and he misses entirely. Like, not even close. It's bad.
I feel bad now, Norixius. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'll make it out alive.
You do take 8 more damage from the second doppelganger, however. Now you are lucky enough to have broken free. What do you do?
Mm,
Yeah, I know, you got a handful of best bad ideas, I'm sure.
yeah, I'm going to disengage and move up to here at the entrance of the clearing.
So what you'd do is you'd use half movement to get up, half movement to go, and then would have to use a dash action.
Oh shit, I'm prone, right?
They can get 15 feet to move.
He
Yeah.
can't dash if he has to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You can't. God damn it.
That's still not far enough. That's not far enough.
I will say, DM to players, running away is your best option.
That's what I figured.
The trolls are slow, I imagine.
The trolls can do 30 feet of move.
Oh shit.
The bonus is the trolls are driven by hunger, and the reason the other one went for flying Norixius is it was the closest because he was just an arm's reach away. All he had to do was jump off the cliff and grab him.
Do it, Norixius. Do it.
Well, broken leg troll should only be at least half movement, though, right?
Alright, so
For now.
I'm going to use half my movement to get up, and then I'm going to move the 15 feet that I have left and then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action onto the troll. And that's not going to hit.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon floats next to it and just kind of waves. Hey guys.
Distraction.
Distraction!
Well, hopefully the troll's intelligence is 2.
Deacon would yell distraction, but he's currently gagged.
Hopefully Deacon didn't hear that because he'd probably run back.
And now all the forest is on fire.
He's still tied up and in my arms, so.
Alright, so we're on to troll number 1! Troll number 1 comes in, and he gets 3 attack, because that's what trolls do.
Oh, Jesus.
Misses the first doppelganger. Misses the second doppelganger, swings so hard, he falls onto his back, spinning around, and looking skyward. Crit fail, it was not funny. And it's funny, but it's not funny. It's really So that makes it so he can't do his third bite attack. It is your turn, Skladba.
Because I don't want to get too far ahead of Norixius, I'm only going to move my 40. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to look back. Wait. Before I move any further, I'm going to turn back Healing Word again at 2nd level. That only gives you 7 again, but it's
A little bit better than last time.
a little bit.
It is greatly appreciated, my friend.
And then you're going to move 40 feet away.
And what's that?
And then you're going to take the movement.
And then I'm going to move, yes. Then I'm
All
going
right.
to move 40 feet away. I'll let the trolls and the doppelgangers fight it out.
You see the troll with the broken leg stand up, kick his leg out so that the bone resets, and the wounds heal almost immediately. You see just a bit left from where the bone was sticking through. But he seems to be standing as if there's no problem.
No issues.
Yeah, he just has a minor scratch now on his leg.
This is why we don't like trolls.
Troll goes after the doppelganger now that it is the closest one. I got it. And with a ravenous attack, slashing, scraping, and finally biting it in half, the doppelganger is killed and is currently being eaten. But he's not going to get a turn anymore. He's a little bit dead.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. This doppelganger is going to try to disengage and run.
The double grit's kind of fucking with my eyes, to be honest.
Yeah, this map didn't sync up quite where I wanted to, but yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's really weird. You have to really be careful with these maps. There is a way
Yeah.
to do it, but it's not easy.
Yeah, and I didn't want to fix it enough.
I
Just
don't
to be
blame
full
you.
honest.
I'm not there, so it don't affect me at all.
There.
No, there.
All right. So, Norixius, what do you do?
I hate leaving a fight without attacking, so I'm going to cast Lightning Breath at the two trolls.
Fucking Dragonborns.
And then I'm going to bonus action dash.
Just in range. God damn.
I did the measuring prior.
I really need to monitor. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay.
Dash is
Constitution
not a
save.
bonus action unless you're a rogue
Or have the feat.
or feet. Yeah.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna stand
You
my
still
ground.
run.
You really
you
do not
still
want to
run.
stand your ground.
Yeah, I still have my
Yeah.
movement, don't I?
You have your
Yeah,
movement.
you still have
You
your
just
movement.
can't go 60. Well, they both only take 4 damage.
Hmm.
Would you like to use the bonus action to use the spiritual weapon that is up, waving at them?
No.
Not that it's been helping you out too much lately, but yeah. Well, seeing as how he's going after the doppelganger, I'm still on the measurement. God damn. Oh, there it comes up. What? That was a delayed attack. Whatever. Whatever.
What's that?
Oh, I clicked claw 3 times to attack. Because the second time I clicked it, nothing. Alright, fine. Well, the second claw, the third time I clicked it, it attacked. Then I clicked bite, it attacked. Then at the very end of everything, the third claw click comes through. Hey, there we go. Hi, I'm here.
I did it.
So the doppelganger is wounded. Skladba, are you still running?
Yes, how close are we to town now?
You have not quite made it out of the woods yet. You have made it out of that particular clearing, but you've got a little ways to go still.
Okay, I'm going to throw back another healing word to my friend he's what about he's probably about 30 or 40 feet away from me.
He'd be about 60 feet away from you at this point.
Okay, let me see. Okay, that's just within range. All right. Going to throw back another healing word. That gives you 9. and I'm going to run further.
Yeah, I'm at full now.
Alright. As you look back, you notice that the troll that had grabbed Norixius is at full health. He seems as if he didn't have any problems whatsoever. And the survey says he is not interested in following you. He is finishing eating the doppelganger that he killed.
I'm good with that.
Norixius, on your turn, are you planning on continuing to run away?
Yes.
Alright, so in that case, you all successfully run away.
As soon as we get just out of the woods, I'm going to set Deacon down. I'm going to untie him, and I'm going to say, "Are you okay, little buddy?"
No! He is clearly
Poor
shaken up by seeing two creatures take his face and steal his thoughts.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my DOS lute, and I'm going to play a soothing song for him. Natural 20.
Could the two of you roll an insight, please? Norixius, you don't know. Skladba, something seems a little off about Beacon, but you can't quite place your finger on it.
Probably.
Though it does appear that the loot is calming what you believe to be Deacon.
Okay, so wait a minute. What did you just say? I only heard parts of it.
So, something seems off about Deacon, though you can't quite place your finger on it. You do notice that the song does appear to be soothing him, but soothing what you believe to be Deacon.
God damn it. I don't like it when you say that.
I don't know why!
When you say that, do I have a doubt that it is actually Deacon based on my insight?
Based on your insight and based on what you went through, you are currently not 100% sure that this is the real Deacon or not. It is hard to tell if it is because he is shaken up from the encounter, or if it is something else.
I'm going to do something in that song. That I've not tried, but I'm going to try it anyway. Essentially, the player wants to know who are you? Are you actually Deacon? But that's not what Skladba would say in that song. He would do it more subtly.
So, basically you're trying to get what you believe to be Deacon to confirm or deny if he is Deacon.
Yes. Why don't I like that roll?
I don't know why you don't like that roll.
It would
So,
depend on. It would depend on where you went with the.
as you are singing the song, the magic is flowing off. Yeah, I like Qelkris. You're suspicious of every roll. You feel the magic flowing off of the lute, giving your words more power. While it sounds as if the words you're saying are compelling to an action, Deacon is just soothed and takes it as a self-affirmation song to find and know yourself. He doesn't actually respond as if it is a request or command because of how you phrase it into the song. He instead responds as if it is a become true to who you are. You have given him +2 to confidence. I know that's not a stat, but it sounded good.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
You gave him a +2 to confidence. I know it's not a stat, but it sounded good. Anything else we'd like to be suspicious about on the way back to town?
Yeah, just about everything you say or do, Kess.
Roll
Everything.
perception. Before you, you see a goose.
Is it a real goose or is it a doppelganger?
As far as you can tell, it's a goose. You do not know which is more dangerous, though. A goose or a doppelganger.
I want to kill the goose. No, I'm teasing.
You do not want to disrupt Goose Modius. Asmogoosius. Alright, so I take it you two are continuing your way back to the town.
I don't like that you keep saying what I believe to be Deacon. That really pisses me off. I don't know if it pisses off the rest of them, but it really pisses me off.
Well, I guess we'll have to see.
It makes me wary.
Yeah.
Kind of like me saying, "You think you burned down that house?"
I know I killed that second broom, though. It took a little bit, but I got it.
All right. So we'll go back to the tavern, and I'm going to buy Deacon some lunch. Actually, I'm going to buy the whole group lunch.
Whilst you're away running from for your life from trolls, and saving whom you believe to be Deacon, Jona, squirrels have informed you that there is seemingly no evidence to be found about who the murderer is or why the murder took place. It's as if
Mm.
everything was completely wiped clean.
I will tell them thank you for their efforts, but no evidence, no reward.
Insight, please.
Ah,
It appears that the squirrels accept this. You're all back at the tavern, Skladba's getting food for everybody. Is there anything else anyone might want to do throughout the rest of the day?
How much will that cost Skladba, by the way?
Knowing Skladba more than I'm about to say, so I'm going to say it will take 6 silver for the whole lot of you, including drinks.
Okay, 1 gold.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, there's got to be a tip there.
If Guess would have said what gold, you would have put 2 gold down.
Probably. Shut up. Who asked you?
Oh, be happy this isn't Waterdeep. Anyway. Moving on, is anyone else, any other activities you all would like to do for the day?
I'm going to practice my glaive.
Excellent.
I'm going to I'm going to play the lute, but I'm also going to be studying Deacon throughout the day. I'm not convinced that he's okay. I'm concerned about him. And I'm probably going to tell the rest of the group as well.
Did you tell the rest of the group what you were dealing with? Like how you
What's
found...
that?
Did you tell the rest of the group how you found Deacon, what you ran away from, all that?
Yes, they're all of them will know, and I'm going to tell all 3 of them how I feel that it just doesn't something doesn't feel right about Deacon.
I look at Skladba. You didn't light the trolls on fire.
No, I just wanted to get Deacon out of there, and I want safe. I wanted him to be safe. I thought about it though. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to perform, and I'm going to keep an eye on Deacon.
Okay. Qelkris, are you doing anything?
No, just gonna relax.
Jona.
no, I think not. My little helpers kind of shit out on me, so I'll just spend the night trying to think of a way to convince the caravan master that we had nothing to do with it, and that we should proceed to our final stop.
All right. One more second. Hold on. The next morning comes without event. You all get ready and prepare the caravan for departure. Would everyone roll a perception, please?
Skladba sees shite.
Nobody sees anything.
So far, none of y'all are awake.
22.
And here comes Jona out of the blue.
Jona, thankfully, is paying attention and realizes that there are 3 more carriages than there were previously. With guards to match.
Is this, do I consider this normal or abnormal?
It hasn't happened yet on this journey, but nothing strikes out that it would be completely unheard of.
I
Who
mean,
seems-
we are taking the main trade route.
And
Yeah,
merchant
the-
caravans like to work together.
These 3 extra carriages, holy shit, are part of our caravan, though, right?
They are leaving with you, and it does appear that the additional guards are in the same uniform as your other guard, including a complement of 3 additional sergeants that have badges identical to the one that the caravan master gave you for the day, for the duration of your trip.
Do I see another, like, caravan master like the guy that hired us? Or just the carriages?
Just the carriages. It does not appear to be a new person in charge of the new carriages. If there was, that person is either gone or is no longer appearing to be in charge.
Okay.
You also overhear Castle Nair. I'm going to say this wrong. Nairitar. Naerytar. Yeah, I got no fucking clue how to pronounce that one.
Castle Nerter. Does Skladba know that name?
Give me history. You know that Castle Nairitar is one of the last outposts that still holds any sort of significance in what is now affectionately known as the Mere of Dead Men.
The Mirror
cool.
of Dead Men?
Mere. It's now on your map.
Oh, the mirror. Where's that at? Is it further north than Waterdeep?
It is!
Okay. I don't see it on the map yet.
Nope.
Right here.
Yes. You don't see that? The writing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do now. I
I'm
just
gonna
had
say
to,
it's right there.
I just had to lift my eyeglasses up so that I can actually read what I was.
Well, I can't fix that.
Shut up.
You can try.
I don't have lasers like that, yo.
Yo.
All right. So we are heading out of Daggerford, right?
The new sergeants. Do I notice them wearing robes under their robes, like the carriage master?
You do not notice the robes underneath, but you do recognize that there are a few of the cult pendants that are peeking out from underneath the armor on occasion.
Okay, so they have the badges that they gave us and pendants.
Yes, it appears that these are cultists that have joined.
Okay. As I take note of this, I will point that out to my party, our four. And if Jamna's close, I'll even point it out to her bitch ass. Which I'm pretty sure that cocky ass gnome already knows this.
Oh, dog. You didn't need to point that out to me.
Oddly enough,
I was 3 steps ahead of you.
because of her height, she did not notice this. She assumed they were simple new mercenaries. She did not know that they were cultists.
Okay.
She
and from now
appreciates
on-
you saving her time.
Yep, from now on, every time we talk, I'm gonna be like, I know something you don't know. Or I did. I knew something you didn't know.
Good luck with that.
Nana nana boo boo.
All right, so we know that Jonah is a third grader. All right.
But I'll say quibs like that when we're alone, like when I caught her in the alley earlier or something like that.
I'm going to, as we're traveling, I'm not going to be incredibly obvious, like I'm keeping a close eye, because I'm not really. I'm just because of who I am and because he is the Red Wizard, and I'm going to kind of sort of stick close without being a threat or anything like that with him. I'm just going to be walking close. I'm not even going to try to be watching him as much as I'm just going to be close.
He appears to be reading in a book, not really paying much mind to anything else going on.
At one point, I'll probably say, "What are you reading? I love books."
Oh, just studying the cultural history of the area. Trying not to be too far out of my depth, you know?
I'll tell you, as far as I know, there's quite a bit of history when it comes to this area. So yes, whatever you do, pay particular attention to Waterdeep, because I know that they have some very strange laws. I don't get it. And I'm just going to smile at him like, it's stupid, but you have to do it while you're there. That type of smile.
Would you like to roll insight?
Sure, why not? Natural 20. Jesus.
You don't believe him.
I'm not going to let him know that.
He can be taught! I'm just excited that Skladba's not being obvious at this point. Alright. Anyone else want to glean more information, or forcibly get more information, or are we just gonna keep up the facade to Waterdeep?
I want to kind of meddle into these the new guards. Kind of make sure they don't try to boss us around or vice versa. Let them know that we're of equal rank according to these badges we carry.
I'm gonna want to see if I can see who each of the wagon masters are of the 3 new wagons.
Jona, give me a... Okay, whichever way you want to do it, you can either do persuasion or intimidation. Qelkris, give me an investigation.
Oh, intimidate those motherfuckers, Jonah.
Both of them are -2, but intimidation could go really wrong if it fails.
True.
Yeah, I'll try for a subtle hand at first. And then if they have anything to say, we'll counter.
Qelkris, it appears that from your investigation through these wagon masters, that whoever it was that was leading them rode on ahead. You again hear the castle mentioned, as well as... Let me double check before I say something. No, that's what you hear.
I'm going to tell my friends what I know about the Mirror of Dead Men. The 3 of them will know what I know.
So, from your knowledge and lore, the Mirror of Dead Men is a cold saltwater swamp that spans roughly 100 miles along the coast of the Sword Coast, about 30 miles wide, which causes the major highway to skirt around it and hug the mountains. It's a desolate place full of monsters, and very few civilized races go there. The swamp constantly has grown over time, swallowing homes and property located close to its boundaries, and it is believed that the eastern boundary of it is magically bound to the high road itself. This is believed because any attempts to reroute the road have been futile and have only accelerated the expansion of the swamp.
But the road grows with it.
The road is not impacted by the swamp. If the swamp... So the road hugging along the mountains... Bearish?
Mm-hmm.
If it is trying to give in a direct route, the swamp goes further in until the road is on the outskirts again.
Okay.
It is also well known from what Skladba infers that it's full of trees, vines, quicksand, hidden islands, and generally covered in fog, making visibility poor and altogether dangerous. The water is deep enough in most places that it can be navigated on a flat-bottomed boat, but the dark water has known to have hidden obstructions that make that choice equally as dangerous as simply walking through.
Noted.
I just realized I haven't had to use my my advantage for quite a while when it came to checks like that.
You've been quite lucky with some of the rolls. And the Mirror of Dead Men would also be a very historical value based upon bardic stories and where you have traveled from.
Right.
So your class helping you out just as much as your blood trait with that.
Yeah. True.
Any other investigations or conversations or stipulations or otherations?
I want to ask these 3 new guards, now that I've somewhat befriended them or set our authority as equal terms, if Waterdeep is still their end target, end goal.
They mentioned that at Waterdeep there is a planned change. Those who started off at Baldur's Gate will not be invited, both guards and sergeants, to join the caravan further north. They need it has been requested that a completely fresh group joins them there.
Do they convey why, or if there is a reason at all, or if that was the plan all along?
As far as they know, that's been the plan all along.
Do you share that with us, Jonah?
Yeah.
All right. As you do, I'm going to say, what about the bones in the gruel? Should we not see something happening soon with that? And I'm just going to look at him with a cocked eyebrow. It looks as though I'm even doubting what the arrogant little gnome bitch said.
I don't know, she never specified, she just kind of showed us that they were there.
I
All I
think
know is
she's responsible for putting them there.
Oh, I believe she is too. I'm just trying to figure out, did she just put the one in in her own gruel to make a point, or is she actually doing anything? Because I don't see anything happening to the rest of the caravan. So I'm just wondering if it was a ruse.
She's the only one to have directly threatened the whole caravan.
She is, but she's also the only one who has only shown only one. She didn't grab Qelkris's bowl and pull out a little bone.
That's why I'm wary of her.
I don't know. I talked to her in the alley, and she did guarantee me that we pretty much, and she said this before actually when I've talked to her, that whatever she does ain't gonna have no bearing on us.
Well, that's all well and good, but what I'm saying is, I'm not really sure I believe that there are bones in the food.
Whether
I think that was a
there are or
ruse.
not. Whether there are or there not, it has nothing to do with us now. I quit eating that shit.
Oh, I've never eaten that.
I'm not usually one to turn down free food.
All right. Anyone else? Any other conversations, questions, comments, concerns, plot points you would like to have?
Yeah, before we leave, I want to go back to my favorite magic shop.
Which one's
Wait,
that?
I thought we
Drexel.
were on the. I thought we were
We-
on the road already.
We are on the road. We have
Oh, we
left
are on the
Daggerford
road?
behind.
Oh, never mind. I'll find it in Waterdeep.
There's a strong possibility that could happen.
Because Kess has created a monster, as he stated.
Yes. Yes, I have. But it's a fun monster. And it has a great backstory. Just puts a lot more work on me than I ever intended.
So yeah, I say let's continue on.
I'm all about just heading into Waterdeep. So question:
Answer.
has Skladba been to Waterdeep before? Does he know much about Waterdeep? Because Tim knows a boatload of Waterdeep.
Skladba knows enough that he didn't want to stay there being a Stroth.
Okay.
The Stroth and the various organizations within Waterdeep have not historically meshed well in the past. And with all the other headaches and tribulations that his family has faced since leaving the Thayan Wilds, when he was but a wee warthog, he opted to avoid Waterdeep for the most part, spending more time up near Neverwinter before venturing down to Baldur's Gate.
Okay. So as we near Waterdeep, you see Skladba getting more and more antsy.
And the rest of the trip goes without much ado. You arrive at the gates of Waterdeep. The caravan master hands each of you your pay. Thanks
Which
you.
would be
Shit, I didn't write that down. Let me double check.
It was
I scribbled it down.
It was 8 gold pieces per day.
And that is. I abbreviated a lot of the travel because it's boring.
I got
But
10
you-
days, so I
you
think it took us
did-
10 days to get there.
You were on the road for a total of 2 months.
Oh.
Jesus. Someone's
Right.
going to have to math that for me, and then they're going to have to math what I have to add to my goal.
That's just
Good.
60 times 8.
So each of you have a purse of 480 gold.
480.
That is correct. 480.
Oh, Jesus. I have to math. What's 480 plus 514?
You can't
too
just
much.
put it in your character sheet and it'll auto-calculate?
994.
994? Okay.
Have calculator will travel.
That's why I like D&D Beyond.
It does get some bonuses for that, yes, definitely. Definitely.
It was 480, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So for giving gold, Skladba has a lot of gold. He gives gold away like it's dust, and yet he still has a lot of gold.
And I will go ahead and add that to Deacons as well.
Thank God for the DOS loop. I think the DOS loop is what did it.
Alright. So you depart ways. You notice that there are some that are not... Sorry, let me rephrase this. Some within the caravan that are not hiding their disdain of Skladba in the slightest. But they carry on. They don't do anything openly. It's just that knowing look of, I don't like you. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Waterdeep and your next level.
Oh
Next
shit!
level. Holy crap.
You are now level 5. That ends the chapter.
Nice.
You arrive at Waterdeep midday, and while you're doing this, allow me to set the scene for you. Caravan rolls into Waterdeep after months on the road. The few merchants that were not part of the cult break off the caravan and disperse into the city's plentiful markets, warehouses, and associated stables. You've reached the destination where you've all been paid and thanked for their service. They're told that they can find work with shippers in the future. Now, you all are aware that you shouldn't waste too much time exploring Waterdeep. Having an idea of the cult is operating further north. You do notice that the cultist wagon master did take efforts to follow a different pattern, keeping along the north side of the city before looking for a place to spend the night. Asbara and Jamna both stick with the cultist caravan. Also, as you are being paid, all of you do hear a hushed whisper between the caravan master and Asbara. Two words stick out in your mind. Resmir and the castle whose name I refuse to pronounce again.
They're there.
That's a safe assumption.
Is Jamna in Waterdeep with us?
With you, no, she went with the cultist group. When they left you at the eastern gate, they went up to the north side of town.
Okay.
What time did we hit Waterdeep?
A little bit before noon.
The first thing I want to do is find an inn and get a room.
So you all have entered in through this gate. That is where the cult left you.
Okay. How much do I know of Waterdeep as Jona?
Not a whole awful lot. You would have heard tales and stories, but it is quite different than being here.
We went what through the south gate?
No, the west gate.
Oh, the west
No.
gate. Okay. All right. Okay. So if I remember right, the yawning portal is somewhere around this area in
Ish.
the capital ward. I'm going to tell my friends that of all the inns that I know, the Yawning Portal is probably the most popular, and it's probably the best place to go for anything.
Qelkris looks at you matter of factly, so we can be recognized.
You have that torque, and I'm still in my disguise, and so is Deacon. The people who would recognize us already know what we look like in this respect. We might be able to find some information out at the Yawning Portal. Lots of people go there. I don't like it, but I don't like the city anyway. You see that he is really, really amped. My guess is, my friends, that if we're going to find out any more information that we haven't found already, it would probably be at the Yawning Portal.
We can probably go there to ask questions, but I don't think we should stay there. I think we should go out of our way and stay somewhere else.
Does Skladba know of any inns? I know Tim doesn't really, other than Troll Skull Manor, because that's the inn that my character has up in the North Ward. But would Skladba know of any other inns that are kind of out of the way?
Well, you would. Skladba wouldn't know of any, but seeing as how you are in Trollwall and at the High Road, and sorry, just outside, just north of Trollwall, the High Road, there are inns all over the goddamn place in Waterdeep. It wouldn't be too hard to find one.
Okay.
I want to go to the closest one and get a room.
Roll me an investigation.
Would that be with help? Because we're probably all looking for one.
You'll all get it at advantage.
20.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll now.
Yeah, at that point, there's no problem. You easily find an inn called the Quiet Maiden, which unceremoniously has a picture of a rather shapely woman who has no head, while holding a pint glass in her hand.
Why does this creep me out?
It's called the Quiet Maiden, and she has no head.
So it looks
I
like
like it already.
Does it look like the head's been deteriorated, knocked off, or how, was that how it was made?
Intentionally made.
I will.
Misogynistic bastards.
You are not wrong.
I will approach the bar and ask for 4 rooms.
$10 a night.
So that's a golden night for all 4.
Yep.
I'm going to go up to the.
I'm going 3 nights worth. So 3 gold.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to say, "Do you have any entertainment? Would you mind if I play a little bit?"
Give me a persuasion.
I will tell the other 3 where their rooms are, and I will tell them I will see you in the morning, and I'm going to go close myself in my room. Something hit me on the way here, and I want to go try it.
All right. He reluctantly accepts to allow you to play. though he makes his displeasure of you not secret.
It is Waterdeep.
You play well, people do come in, but the bar doesn't fully pack in as expected, based on how you are, or how you're playing, and the magical power of the DOS loot. Tipping isn't great either. You only end up getting 10 gold for the entire performance. That's more a representation of the neighborhood you're in than the quality of your playing. This is a subtle way of saying you're in the slums.
Right.
And also, you've got the strong competition of the Yawning Portal on the other end of the town, where everybody goes to.
Right. I'm pretty sure that if we went to the Yawning Portal, I'd rake in the dough.
If allowed to play. Everybody wants to play at the Yawning Portal. It's hard. Alright, everybody else just gonna rest up for the night?
I got plans after everybody's done.
Qelkris is gonna he's gonna look for a casino.
Ooh. Now, are you looking for an official casino, or just any place with gambling?
I guess that any place with gambling will be fine.
And are you looking for cards, dice, or something else?
More of like a fighting.
Looking for like... Are you looking to participate, or are you looking to bet upon?
Participate.
Alright. Give me an investigation, please. Not that this is hard, I'm just determining how long it's going to take. Not that long. You spend about 20 minutes discreetly asking around, looking for some form of boxing or fight club, something that you can test your strength against others. And they mentioned that not too far away, at the edge of the dock board, there is a basement that has a underground fight ring. Lay some coin down, fight your fill, prize for each fight won.
All right. I'm gonna make my way over there.
Okay. The guy takes a look at you. You look like you could be fun for a few rounds. 20 gold for entry. You win half the purse for each person you take down. So 10 gold per successful fight.
Okay.
Alright.
Who's my first opponent?
First opponent? Sailor Jerry.
Ooh, that sounds tough.
And rules, are we using fists, weapons, what?
This only. No killing. Because if there's killing, it brings guards. We don't want guards. Guards don't want to come here. Live and let live.
Okay.
Beyond that... Oh, and, no breath attacks, Mr. Dragonborn.
You said fists only. I'm gonna use fists only.
As lightning crackled at his mouth.
Zappy, zappy! Alright. And aside from that, any blow works.
Okay.
So, you are led in, after paying your gold, to a fight pit. It is not fancy. It looks as if the cage itself that surrounds the pit is more to keep people from throwing things into it than keeping you guys from getting out of it. And the crowd is definitely boisterous, as one would expect. You see a rather large man in front of you, built more like a wall than a man. I'm assuming you're about to punch the ever-living daylights out of him.
Gonna do my best.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Alright, so it's gonna be... I'm gonna rage. And reckless attack. The first one. And the second one.
Well, total.
Both are solid hits. And you do hit him very decently. However, after getting struck twice across the face, he just looks at you and laughs. Oh, come on, I have the attack.
He's a level 8 barbarian.
Fine, I'll do this the hard way. I'm assuming that one doesn't work.
Is that an attack roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, my AC is 15.
So he swings and misses twice.
Actually, because Qelkris reckless attacked, both of those attacks are at advantage.
Yep. Oh, that's not any better.
Yeah, that didn't help.
No, it didn't help at all.
Not even a little bit.
Made it worse.
With that, a grin goes across my face, and 2 more reckless attack.
First one misses, second one hits. He is looking winded, but he doesn't seem to be any less enthused.
Jesus, 14 misses him. Crikey.
Yeah,
He's got a great unarmored defense.
he does. He does indeed.
That's a hit.
Thank you. And that's +2, so that'd be 4 damage.
It'll be 2 damage. Because I am raging.
Raging fucking dragonborn barbarian.
And he then charges at you. Attempts to pick you up, but instead is just hugging you.
Aww. That's sweet.
So am I grappled, essentially?
Essentially, but it's not at a disadvantage at this particular point. Because, well, you're just standing there as he's gripping your waist, and you are looking down upon him, his back completely exposed.
Okay, let's make a couple of kidney shots.
Ouch.
Reckless attack.
Dude.
Yeah, that's gonna sting hard enough to drop him down to his knees. How would you like to knock him out?
I'll drop my elbow on his head.
And he is out cold.
Oh.
You guys walk in and drag his body out. The pitmaster asks if you want another fight.
No, that'll be good for today.
He hands you your
spent 20
gold.
to get in to win, kid.
He gets 30. He walks out with 30
Oh.
gold.
Okay.
So he wins half of the other person's bet.
Oh, okay.
Fine, I'll do that later, okay?
Quit while you're ahead.
That'd be a terrible method. I'm going to put down 20 gold, and if I win, I get 10.
Well, not really. If it's a 20 gold admission just to get in, and then you can fight to your heart's content.
True,
That's true. Yeah.
but he only made a 10 gold profit.
Yeah, yeah.
And his 20 gold would keep going so long as he wanted to beat people up.
But it was a quick 10 gold.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't even break a sweat and barely scuffed a scale. All
With
right,
that, I'll go back to our inn.
and
Scuff a scale.
Norixius,
Yep.
are you doing anything before turning in for the evening?
I want to find somewhere that I can buy a new set of armor.
Roll me an investigation.
I think Driscoll's is going to be an option for you.
That's good.
You do see 3 options. One is
Alright.
Driska's Discount Emporium. Almost everything you need.
Alright.
You also
Definitely have to stop by there.
You also see an armor shop that simply just says Louise. And then you see the Stone and Stag Mercantile.
Alright. Obviously, I'm gonna have to stop by Driscoll's first. Everybody else has taken a visit. I might as well give it over.
Not everybody's.
Now
not
now
every-
officially, Skladba and Deacon are the only 2 that have not gone into Driscoll.
Almost everybody's gone in.
So you walk into
Almost
Driscoll's.
don't need-
Jona swears by the place.
You see a halfling, Driska, standing there. As you walk in, give me a perception, please.
By the way, have all of you heard the theme music for Driscoll's?
I have not yet.
Not yet.
Nope.
I thought it was awesome. It was perfect.
I knew I didn't have enough time to actually watch that video yet. Alright. So you do not notice. But for narrative purposes, Her necklace sparkles, and she greets you. Norixius! Pleasure to see you, dearie. What can Driska do for you today?
I'm only slightly weirded out by the fact she knew my name. I'm going to ask. I'm looking for some armor that'll give me a little extra. How do you say, charm?
Oh,
And what weight are you looking for? Light, medium, or heavy?
I'd like to look at your heavy.
Alright. Give me just one moment, dearie. I may have something that'll suit you.
oh, you little bastard. That's gonna be fun. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So you're looking for something that can get you some armor that will get you some more charisma, effectively, is your goal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Take it here.
Yeah,
Pull up my list
luck
of
on
fun
that one.
stuff.
he's about to get some awesome armor. Unless Driscoll
Maybe.
fucks him over.
I mean, we're talking about Driskas.
Yeah,
Almost everything I need, okay?
well,
And-
I don't know.
What is your strength score?
Say again?
What is your strength score?
14.
Okay. Then I will not get you stuff that you cannot wear. I'll be nice.
I'm proficient in all armor.
Well, yeah, but if I give you Splinter Plate, you can't put it on because you put it on and you will move half speed. Because if you don't have a strength of 15, you are weighed down because it's too heavy.
That'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, if you want Splinter Plate, I can get you Splinter Plate. That's fine.
If she has it in stock.
Alright. So she pops back behind the counter, and she comes out with 4 different items.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out with 2 pieces of chainmail, a piece of splint, and a rather interesting motif, plate mail.
Alright, Driska, give me the rundown on the 2 chainmail, please.
The first piece of chainmail that she points out, she calls... Oh, where'd I put that? Damn it. Boom things around!
The chainmail of lesser armor. It's a -3 to your armor class.
Sure is stylish.
Yes, but it's stylish.
So the first piece of chainmail, you notice it has a additional piece tied in with it that looks to be a little bit of flames throughout. And she calls it the Efriti chain. When you're wearing this armor, you will feel a little bit stronger, almost invincible, and you'll never have to worry about getting a scorch. This one does not, however, make you more charming.
Okay.
The second piece of chainmail is put it? Plate mail. That one.
I can see a moment of cutting right here as he's looking for stuff.
Yeah. Coming up with magic items, not as easy as you might think.
I know.
Especially when you come out of left field like I did.
Yeah, armor. When the hell do people want armor? Jesus. Didn't have armor set up. Okay, you end up seeing that this particular piece of chainmail looks like it was been tempered by fire, so it has a rainbow hue to it. She calls it a scintillating chainmail. While wearing it, you are more persuasive.
What's the catch?
You have to figure that out on your own.
Give me an Arcana.
Ooh. Nice roll.
You discern that while it does give you a boost to your charisma, giving you a +2 magical bonus, when you try to persuade someone, only thing that comes into your mind when they respond is just the sizzle of fire. So while you could persuade, whatever they respond, you won't hear.
Okay. Let's move on to the splint.
The splint mail, are you going to look at it just with your eyes, or are you going to pick it up?
I'll pick it up first.
Okay. So while you are holding it and she starts describing the splint mail, she says this is Vorpal splint mail. Not only will it give you the same a resistance to any magical type of damage, the moment she says Vorpal, give me a dexterity, please. Dexterity save. The armor slips through your fingers as if it was mist.
Oh!
That can't happen until you're attuned to it, sweetie. She also
is
says
fine.
that she can charm it for an additional to give you a +1 to charisma.
How much would that be altogether?
For the Vorpal Splint, that will give you... she'll get it to you for 200 gold.
And the extra charm?
An additional 50.
Okay, 250 for the Vorpal splint. Is there any catch to that one? Other than it'll slip through my fingers when I'm trying to hold it.
Arcana? You believe that if you're not attuned to it, it will slip through your fingers or slip off of you when you're attacked.
Okay. Alright, Driska. What's with the plate mail?
The plate mail is dark and shrouded with a almost foreboding. This plate mail has random jagged edges to it. With a description that ran away from me because I just had it on my computer and I lost it. Edge in front of me. Where did you goddamn go? There it is. So, this will give you the ability to be more understood by some, and it is a strong piece of plate armor. You get the feeling that as your fingers go over the metal of this armor, that it would make any unarmed strikes more dangerous, and give you a general stronger attack bonus overall.
And in return,
Arcana. You
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the splint. And I'm gonna buy it.
Alright, as you start ringing that up, he does say, oh, one more thing, dearie. Something you might
Oh.
be interested in.
Tell me more.
She slides across a... I'll help her keep pushing the button. She slides across two items. One is a folded cloak, and the other is a ring. This cloak, I think, would suit you just lovely. It's called the Cloak of Billowing. And the ring here, well, this is a ring of teleportation.
I ask, is there a command word for the cape, or is it constant?
It's an at-will. All you need to do is think, and the cape will work its magic with the wind around you.
And then I'm gonna investigate the ring.
You're not nervous about the cape of billowing, but that ring of teleportation. It
Well,
does.
I feel like it might teleport half of me, and not all of me.
It does indeed appear that the ring can teleport.
Just not where you
Just the ring.
Just the ring.
The ring does not
Alright, Driska, how
teleport
much
the
are these?
user. How much for the what?
Both of them.
The ring is 50 gold. The cape is 20.
Let me do some math here.
Would you like to investigate the cape?
No.
You better.
Nah, I got faith in Driska.
Oh shit.
The cape of billowing actually isn't bad. All the cape of billowing does, at will, when you put it on, it floats out behind you, making your entrances more dramatic. It has no magical benefits, no drawbacks. It just makes your entrance look cool.
I like flipping through the DMG, the magic items. A lot of them are pretty useless, but they're fun as shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna buy all of it. I'm gonna buy the splint with the frickin' charm that she offers, and I'm gonna buy the Cape of Billowing and the teleporting ring.
Hold on, guys. Yeah.
Alright, so that gets
Yeah.
you a 320 gold bill. She waves her hands over the splint mail quickly, muttering something rapid fire. You see a quick glow and then it disappears. But you can already tell that the enchantment has been put upon the splint mail, augmenting it further.
7 to 9. You want to be there where I'm going to open. You need your birthday.
So you will get that +1 charisma, and you will have to attune to that. This one also does not require, because of its vorpal nature, does not require the 15 strength. So you get the AC of the splint mail without the weight restrictions. Or without the strength restrictions, rather.
Okay.
And it does give you resistance to elemental damages. Fire, acid, light. We already have lightning, so that won't really help. It doesn't double up like that. And poison.
Was it elemental damages or
Yeah.
magic damage?
So
Elemental?
any magical elemental stuff. So like, if they're using fire, lightning, all that fun stuff. Basically, any dragon breath will get you half damage. Alright, anything else?
Yes, I have an idea. I'm gonna lock myself in my room, take out my notebook from my wife, and study my new spell. The way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna set my Staff of the Woodlands, or I'm actually just gonna take out a dagger. I have a dagger, right? Yeah, but I guess, hold on. Need to check something real quick.
By the way, Qelkris, you should be happy that I did not give you the Mask of Concealment as an option.
What?
When you were looking for a disguise the other day, one of the
Yeah.
options I have is the Mask of Concealment. It hides the wearer's face and conceals everything from them by
Mhm.
blocking their eyes, requiring a DC 20 to remove it before a 6-hour time limit has expired.
Okay, my dagger won't work. So is there a table in this room?
There is.
Okay, if I break the leg off this table, will it be considered a club?
Well, then, you're saved your stupid thing.
It could be,
Dead. Get up.
but I will want a
Okay,
strength
I'll,
check for you to break the table.
I want to know if before I do that, so I don't ruin it for no reason. If I remove this leg and use it as a club, can I cast Shillelagh on it?
You could.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna do that. And you said strength check.
Yes.
$18.
By God, you showed that table who's boss.
All right. I am going to sit on my bed and cast Shillelagh on my new club, and then I am going to practice casting my new 3rd level spell, Dispel Magic, on it. Until I'm confident that I know how to cast this spell.
Clever. I like it.
I think you have to. I think you have to cast dispel magic as the spellcaster is casting the spell.
Not always. If it
It's
is,
to dispel a magic
Choose
effect.
one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of third level or lower on the target ends.
because
Okay.
yeah, you're thinking of the counter spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of counterspell. All right.
And dispel magic can, except for attack spells. So if they're doing something like mage armor or something like that, dispel magic will get rid of it. Dispel magic will not remove curses.
Okay.
But it can
But
remove
I want
a
to do
whole
that.
lot of other shit.
Even if I don't sleep that night, I want to do that until I'm confident in it.
Alright, easy enough.
Okay, and then as soon as I feel confident in it, I want to go wake up Qelkris and Skladba and tell them I need help.
Okay.
You need help with what?
I've got a plan. Just come, please. I need help. I'll pay you for your time if it's necessary.
You don't need to.
I'm just
I will-
curious what we're getting ourselves into.
I am
Hey,
too.
it shouldn't be too much trouble. I promise. I promise. Just come.
All
And I'll
right.
lead them back to my room, lock the door behind us, and I will pull out the painting.
I've seen this video.
I'll pull out the painting and unroll it on my bed.
Okay.
Doing, but okay. No, that's
Skladba.
what painting?
The painting, the portal.
Wrong campaign.
That's wrong campaign.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
Same day shit.
Wrong tune.
Completely wrong. Fuck.
He cannot help you. Keep that portal shit out of here.
He said, what painting?
So let's rewind a bit. You've got dispel magic.
Jonah, are you feeling all right?
It's them dreams, man. Never mind. Never mind. Y'all can go back to sleep.
Okay.
All
You
right.
locked the door because you locked it.
Well, y'all can unlock it.
So when we wake up in the morning, if everyone is done, Skladba has something he wants to do in the morning.
Okay. Before that point, Norixius, were you doing anything else after the shopping?
I want to sell my old chainmail.
Okay. Just a standard chainmail, yes?
Yep.
Briscoe will give you 30 gold for it.
That's
35 MCD.
She smiles and says, fine. Luck
she say?
shine. She says, fine. Luck shines on you today.
Perhaps I'll be sending this back in your own shop.
Roll an insight for me real quick.
So that's what I get for not taking notes of the one shot.
And now roll religion.
No.
You feel there's some stronger weight behind the words of luck is with you today, but you don't quite know why.
I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket.
Okay.
And you're
And I'm gonna
still
return it.
you're still at Drisca's when you did that?
Yeah, so while you were all doing that in the inn, he did a later evening shopping run,
Okay.
and then Jona had an out-of-body experience.
Which I'll edit.
Like,
It's hilarious, I love it.
Taking notes of the one shot.
All right. So you all are in your rooms. You rest. Ding! Level 5 as accomplished.
Okay, I'm going to the first thing I'm going to do is realize that I can do this. I'm going to pull out my DOS loot. And I am going to
So you've been able to do that for a while.
do ascending to Leosin. And the message that I'm going to give him is Cult of the Dragon. Heading to, I can't remember what it was, Mere of the Dead Men. I have to keep this under 20, so I have to, we are no longer employed What do you say?
Eosin takes a moment to think about it. Responds, follow if you can. Stop if you're able. Try not to die. That would suck.
Where?
Okay, I'm going to send another, hold on, because I have to, oh my god, really? So that's third level, so is that 10? Because we know
Yeah.
first and second, so...
So first is now a static 5, second is 7, third level, now that you have access to it, is 10.
Okay. I'm going to send him another. Let me destroy that mana. And I'm going to say,
Homebrew mana system. Slightly broken. Still working on it.
what can I say? I'm going to say, are there harpers who can help me here in Waterdeep before we leave? I don't know how long
That's 20.
before they get here.
The last word was 20. So long was 20.
Really?
Yeah.
With the new spell? That was the new spell.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right. Then forget about that last part of that last sentence. Forget about the first part of that last sentence.
Okay, so don't know how long we will scratch.
Right.
Leosin responds, unsure of movements up north. Trader's Way is best bet. Look for the Harper symbol. And ask. Discreetly.
Okay. Um, so that is all I'm going to do at the moment. I'm thankful for Leosin for that. So I am going to get myself dressed and ready, and I'm going to go down into the inn for breakfast to meet my companions.
Alright, anyone else have any shopping or associated other things that we need to do
Oh,
for the boring stuff?
as soon as we get done with breakfast, I'm thinking I'm going to follow my companions and go to Driska.
That's my first stop this morning.
Oh, I'll go with Jona.
Norixius, do you tell them where you saw Driskas?
Yes, I'll tell him where I found Driscus.
Okay. Jona and Skladba both, please roll an investigation.
Is that with advantage because he told us where it was?
Irrelevant.
Okay. Irrelevant.
I already know what that means.
The investigation is not for finding Driskas.
It's for how fast we get there.
No, it is not.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All I'm gonna say is be happy about the dice rolls you gave. Okay! Welcome to Drisca's Discount Emporium. Skladba is the first time in. Will you please give me a perception?
Um, 12.
You notice the slight tinkle of her necklace as the two of you walk in.
As we walk in, I'm going to quietly say to him, she's going to know your name. Just pay it no mind.
Skladba, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Jona, welcome back.
Thank you.
So the one question that I have is, would Skladba know about this particular, is it something that he may have come across in his life?
No,
Okay,
he would not have come across it in his life.
okay. Because of Jona, I'm going to just smile and nod.
And when we leave, I'll explain the pendant. Just because I know about it.
Yeah, you're the one who figured it out. So, what can I do for you two today, dearies?
Well, I have a task that I would like you to accomplish for me, but my friend's new here, so I think I'm going to let him delve into your wondrous wares.
Alright. Skladba, what can I do for you?
I'm interested in something that might help me in future battle. Because, well, we're adventurers. I don't know if you know this or not, but and I like to protect myself as well as others. And you know that I do have a reaction that causes pain to people when they attack me. And frankly, I would like a little bit more of that, if at all possible.
Well, I'll definitely see what I can come up with. Give me just one moment. And the halfling pops into the back and comes back with 4 items. She lays down 2 different swords, a rapier, and a short sword. And she has a ring and an amulet.
Okay.
Which would you like to investigate first?
Let's look at the blades first.
All right. Would you like to start with the rapier or the short sword?
First of all, let me see. As a bard, hmm, do. I'm going to look at the rapier. I'm not even going to even consider the short sword.
Okay. Your loss.
Well, I'm not really sure. Okay. Player DM. Is a short sword a simple melee weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at the short sword first, and then the rapier.
Okay. She says, "This is a short sword of ogre. Excuse me. Ogre slaying.
Okay.
Roll Arcana. Would you like to pick up the sword and take a better look at it?
Yes, please.
Would you like to ask any questions while you are holding said sword?
When you say ogre slaying, what do you mean?
The only words that come out of your mouth are ogre.
I'm going to set it down.
Would you like to talk again?
Once I set it down?
Yeah, when it's set down.
When you say ogre slaying, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, dearie. The artificer that made this messed up the formula. I meant to say ogre saying. While holding the sword, the only thing that can be said is ogre.
Okay, I'm going to look at the rapier. I'm going to look at her, raise an eyebrow, and I'm going to say, okay, and I'm going to go to the rapier.
Somehow I think Jonah's gonna buy that sword.
I think Jonah's gonna buy everything.
You're tracking down a thief. Hey, we'll set up this sort of ogre saying to track him down. How does that work? Ogre, ogre, ogre! The rapier is known as the dancing sword.
Jesus Christ, you would have to say that to a bard. Okay, go ahead.
Arcana. Well, in that case,
I'm proficient in Arcana. What can I say?
it didn't help you last time.
No, it didn't.
Why won't it let me share it?
Are you coming here anytime soon? Hello,
So-
Briska, are you awake?
I was trying to share the
Hey, you calling me out?
output here. And it just wouldn't let me. So, the dancing sword, you can use a bonus action to toss this sword into the air and speak its command word. When you do so, the sword begins to hover, can fly up to 30 feet, and attack one creature of your choice within 5 feet of it. The sword will use your attack roll and ability score modifier to damage rolls. The movement and attack count as the same bonus action. It can make this attack 4 times in a singular command word. After the 4th attack, it will immediately fly up to 30 feet back to you and try to return to your hand. If you do not have a hand free, it will fall to the ground at your feet. If the
Okay.
sword cannot get to you, it will move as close to you as it can and then fall to the ground. It will also cease to hover if you intentionally grab it or move more than 30 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to look at the ring. What's the ring?
Let me get that back. She says that the ring is the indestructible ring.
The indestructible ring. What does
You
that
know,
mean?
the One Ring.
Arcana. It appears that this ring cannot take any damage.
Just the ring. All right. I'm going to go to the next item. Which was it?
Amulet.
Okay. I'm going to go to that one.
So this amulet is the Amulet of Magical Detection. This amulet will detect the nearest magical item to you.
I'm going to go back to the rapier. Would this be after I actually attack with it?
You could attack with him, then use it as a bonus action, or you can just use a bonus action and then attack with something else.
Okay. I'm going to look at her and say, I like the rapier. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but I'll take it.
Very few things here are what anyone's looking for. Now this rapier itself, just 250 gold, but I do have something else that might interest you.
You said 250?
Yes.
Does that mean I have to math? Oh my god. Hold on.
So you got 10 gold from that, so that puts you at 1,004, 250 minus 1,004. Now,
Thank
as
you.
you are buying that, she does motion over to a mug at the end of the bar. And she says, "This mug is an excellent mug for the weary adventurer. It will always produce a steaming hot cup of coffee or tea when you tap it on the bottom.
I'm going to do an Arcana check on that. $18.
It does appear to be correct. Would you like to try the mug?"
No, I think I'm good with the rapier.
You sure?
Well, thank you. Absolutely positive. If it gave me health when I needed it, I'd take it. But it doesn't seem to do that. So, but thank you.
Give it at least just a little try.
Oh, for Christ's sake! All right.
Would you
so
prefer
I'm going.
coffee or tea?
I'm going to tap the bottom and ask for. I'm going to ask for coffee black, no sugar.
Immediately, black tea is in the cup.
Yeah, I said coffee, not tea.
The cup knows
Um,
this. This
I'm
is
not
the mug
not
of
okay-
dissatisfaction.
What's that?
This is the mug of dissatisfaction. Whatever
Yeah.
the person holding the mug desires, it gets the opposite.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it down and say, nope.
Taking fun out of Driscoll's for not checking out this last item. You don't have to take the last item, but at least look at it. Come
Qelkris didn't
on.
even check out the last item. I walked out.
Yeah, you just bolted.
I'm like, you're trying to upsell me. No, thanks.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was off the top of my head, but it wasn't worth really taking, but it was funny. All right, Jonah, what did you have for me today?
I will pull out my ring that I got from her.
Ring of Amber Waters, I remember it well.
Yeah. And ask her, I need you to mask the magic from this like it is a normal ring.
Well, that's definitely something that I should be able to do, sweetie.
And depending on how long it'll take you, I can leave it with you if necessary in return for it, or you can send it to me.
Give me a D20. Oh, no need for that. She reaches out her hand, speaks ridiculously fast, waves her hand over it. You see the ring glow slightly, and now it just appears to be a normal ring with a lovely amber jewel in the center. Only a
Alright.
perfect Arcana check would be able to discern what the Ring of Amber's Waters does. Also, the ring is now cursed so that it will not be able to be removed without the command phrase said by you. And that command phrase is tinkle tinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle. And she tells me all this, I imagine.
Yes.
Oh, I love you, Driska.
I'm going to look at Jonah and I'm going to say, what in the hell are you doing?
It'll come in handy later on. I don't know when, but it will.
I'm not sure when, but that's going to be hilarious.
Now, just because I'm here and I love your wares, do you have anything abnormal or just for me?
Anything in particular you're looking for, or just wanting to roll the dice, as they say?
Just roll the dice. I think as long as I'm set up, I'm pretty good, but I'm always interested in what you have to offer.
I'm going to look at Jonah and I'm going to say, Alright. Same for me, but let him go first.
All right. So she walks into the back and comes back out for Jona with 4 different items. The first item is a small pile of bones tied together with a loose bit of twine.
Interesting.
The second item is a leather-bound book with nothing on the cover. The third item is a small, like, 4-inch club. And the last one is a small wooden figurine that looks kind of like a gnome.
Okay, I will go to the last one first, the small wooden figurine.
Vriska invites you to talk to the figurine.
Hello, little fella.
My name is Charles.
Charles. Well, it's nice to meet you, Charles.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You said it was a dwarf? Resembled a dwarf?
No.
Gnome? Okay.
Roll an Arcana for me.
Alright. Ooh, 1.
Well, because of your bonus to Arcana, which, first of all, what the fuck?
I'm
Second,
proficient in it.
you determine that this is all Charles does. He sits and angrily demands to be called Charles. That's it.
I'm gonna ask Charles how his day's going.
You
How's
try
your day
being
going?
you try being a 3-foot-tall statue named Charles. How will you think my day's going? That's good for nothing, no bring it in.
Alright.
You really
I'm-
don't like gnomes. You don't even like gnome statues.
No, I really don't. But his name's Charles.
I'm gonna shoot back to item number 1, the pile of bones wrapped in twine.
Arcana check on those for me, please.
$18.
Driska thinks about describing it, and instead sees the loot on Skladba's back and asks him to play something.
Alright. I'll do that. I pull the loot out and I start playing.
No sooner than the first notes hit or come from the strings do the pile of bones arrange themselves into a small bird that continues to dance for the duration of the song. You notice a skeleton hanging on the wall is mimicking this dancing bird skeleton, motion for motion.
I'm going to play a song. I'm going to play a song that I'm going to change the tune a little bit to make it. I'm going to change the tune to see if the birds will go and attack the curtain on a window.
When you change the tune, the bird changes its dance, but it does not change, it does not attack, doesn't do anything. But you do notice that the skeleton that is hanging also changes its dance to match the dancing bird skeleton.
Life-size skeleton?
Yes, a life-size skeleton hanging on the wall is dancing the exact same as the bird skeleton.
Okay, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to say that's pathetic.
The bird skeleton stops, as does the hanging skeleton. You are not thinking this fully through, Mr. Making fun of the boogie bird skeleton.
Your wares never seem to amaze me, Drexa.
The
Item number 2.
Arcana check that you rolled there, Jona, you discern that the boogie bird actually has limited control over any skeletal creature within eyesight of it, and forces it to make the same dance.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And you were on the book, yes?
Yes.
Arcana for me, please.
$21.
She opens the book and shows you the first page. Do you read it?
No, I'm going to ask her to read it to me. I've learned my lesson on that.
Without turning the book at all, she begins reading. Doesn't seem to be a very thrilling story, but it does appear to be about zombies. You take a look at the page.
Yeah, I'll look at the page after she reads it to me.
All the words appear to be upside down.
When I hear the story, is it something that I know as a College of the Lord Bard?
You may have heard it, but it is definitely not a good story. Like, I don't mean like it's a spooky, scary story. I mean, it's just poorly written. We're talking bad fan fiction level of zombie story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move on to the third item. That's kind of disappointing, Drexa. I was expecting more.
Well, it is the Book of Confusion. No matter which way you look at the words on this book, they will always be upside down.
Okay, that could piss off a scholar. Okay.
And remind me, what was the last thing I said we had?
Bones,
You went out of order.
small figurine, bound book. Fuck, I don't know.
You went out of order, man.
Yeah, I wrote them out of order.
Okay, let me... I list of stuff. I'll pull up a new third one.
I mean, my list literally goes 4, 2, 3, 1.
Okay, so what four things do you have?
I got the bones, the boogie bird, I got the bound book, and then the small wooden figurine Charles.
Okay, so we missed 3 entirely.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. So we do have a belt. I don't remember what I had before, but I'm going to say it's a belt now.
Okay, it's a belt now. I'll take a look at the belt.
Give me an Arcana.
$11.
Alright, this feels much more like it'd be a Caradoc belt anyway, so. You feel that this belt will create the illusion of pants on the wearer. The wearer can suppress the illusion at will. It is the belt of pants. See why I think it's a Caradoc belt?
Hey,
He runs around in a battle skirt.
yeah, well, that's true.
All right, Jessica. I think I am interested in your Boogie Bird and Charles here.
Fucking Charles. Alright, so she will get you both of these for but 50 gold. And
All
of
right,
course...
I'll accept that. What do you want for that enchantment you put on my ring, actually? I didn't mean... I forgot to ask you that.
Another 50.
Okay, I can do that.
Another thing that she mentions is there is a circlet that she points out. And she thinks that
Is this at you might be interested moment?
this is that you might be interested moment.
I'll look at Skladba and this is my favorite part.
This is the diadem of regality.
Regality. Diadem of regality.
So it's a simple circlet. While you are wearing it, you are elegant and as well spoken as the most famous diplomat or regent. Please roll an Arcana check.
I will do that definitely. $19.
While wearing this, you are compelled to refer to everyone as bro. So you are very articulate. Yes,
And
this
then the
is
end with the
quite
bro.
great, bro.
I can't resist, Drexia. How much you want for it?
25 gold.
All right, so I'll give her 150 gold, and I say it's always a pleasure.
And did you want to look at some more things there, Skladba, or are you good for the day?
If she's got other things, I'll look at them.
Alright. She walks back into the back room, brings out 4 more items. This,
Oh,
she puts down a key. She puts down a rod. A two wooden boards connected with a hinge that is down, and then a ring.
okay, I'm sorry. I only got like.
So we have a rod, a key, 2 boards connected with a hinge, and a ring.
Okay, I'm going to look at the rod and the ring.
Alright. The rod. Will you roll Arcana for me, please?
If I can find the right one here.
I cannot help with that part.
Yeah, I know you can't. Where am I at? Why am I not there? I should be there. Okay, there I am. Okay. Arcana.
The rod is the Rod of Stubbornness. When this button is activated on said rod, the opinions of the holder solidify, and they become impossible to convince until the rod is deactivated.
Okay, let me look at the ring.
Arcana for the ring, please. You see before you the Ring of Fire Detection. While pointing the ring at an object, it can determine, with 100% certainty, if it is fire or if it is not fire.
I'm going to look at her and smile and say, yeah, not interested, and I'm just going to walk away.
And you're not gonna look at the key or look at the hinge
Nope.
pieces of wood?
No,
If he don't, I will.
Arcana on the key.
Of course, Jona will.
Of course I will. I mean, you know it. 16.
Alright. So the key, she explains, can open any door into a... And when you use this key to open a door, it will open you into a... get you into a room with a door that gives you the treasure of true adventurers. Another door that none that she knows have been brave enough to open. If you'd like to do an insight or another Arcana check, you
I
may.
want to do another Arcana check. $20.
Upon looking at it, your knowledge of the magics lets you believe that the first door, when it opens up the magical door, has a water bucket that will fall upon your head upon going through. The second door opens a closet, which may or may not have a broom behind it.
I'll set the key down, kind of pondering on it, and what's with the clasp, the hinge?
Give me an Arcana.
$20 again.
This is the portable Dark Tavern Corner. It is 2 wooden boards connected by a hinge. When you put this into a 90-degree angle, it generates and draws those nearby into assuming that is a perfect spot to conduct shady business.
It's a portable what?
Portable Dark Tavern Corner.
Okay.
Table and chairs not included.
Not interested in the key. the portable dark tavern corner, you're going to give that to me for free, right, Jessica?
For you, because you're such a good customer, I will.
I'll take it.
Roll an insight.
All right. $21.
You get the feeling that if someone brings a chair into the shadow of this dark corner, the chair will be stuck in, or any furniture will be stuck inside the portable tavern door, or tavern corner, until there is enough furniture that it spontaneously creates a tavern.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Which may or may not be a good thing, depending on when it hits that point.
Gotcha.
The official pop-up tavern.
Yeah, really pop-up items. You thought the
It
fortress
goes
was good.
Right along with my 1-inch cube portable fortress.
Yeah, exactly. All right. With that, we will take it as a pause, continue exploring Waterdeep, and then venturing on from there on the morrow. Morrow being next week.
Gotcha.
Yes, well, it is about that time, and well, food's calling me. I need to get fat.
Yeah, I just ordered food.
Sounds good.
All right.
What time we meeting tomorrow for 0?
Okay, so I'm
All right. Thank you all very much. Do appreciate it. Enjoy the views. Hope you all enjoyed the ending there with Driska, but she's always a fan favorite. So, been all fun.